Where we at? We're everywhere. Fucking idiot. Here we are. Welcome to the Palentine's edition. Not Galentine's, Pal. P-A-L. We are all pals here. We're all friends. We do have a bottle of champagne to pop tonight, because we reached 100 followers. Not 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000
Only 100
is when Connor and I will be making out / I will be eating your asshole. So
eating asshole, can we up that a little bit?
Oh, sure.
I don't even really like my asshole.
We need to believe in ourselves a little more.
Let alone my own sister and blood. How about 10K?
10K.
10K.
Tongue to ass.
Each other's mothers.
Something that will never happen.
Perfect. Right. We can pretend.
Hey.
We can make like a claymation ass.
Yeah.
No, we absolutely can.
No, we're going to hit 10,000 by next week.
All right,
Yep.
Carolyn.
All right. Well,
I
get
wish-
that asshole ready, Connor.
Pucker up.
Pucker up, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, Palentine's, we got a little bottle of champagne. We got these little fancy little glasses, and then Carolyn, you have a surprise.
Yes, I have a special Palentine surprise. I'm very excited about. And
This is so cute.
I don't have a grand plan for unveiling it. These are some flowers that I knitted.
Oh, they're so
made for you for Palentine's. And none of them are specifically for anybody, but Johanna said her favorite color is yellow.
Oh my!
So I think Johanna gets this one. And I think you said that your pussy is really cute and tiny.
Yeah.
So I think that you get the cute tiny
it can
one.
fit right in there.
And this one is for Ellen. Yeah.
Next time someone goes down, they'll be like, "What's that? Your clit's so weird looking."
Wait, this one's really big. Does that mean my pussy's really big?
No, just tall.
Big
You see how
pussy
tall
energy,
this
baby.
is?
I love it.
You have a tall, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, happy
For those
Valentine's.
for those
Put it in my
labia
hat.
munchers that we were discussing, right?
Yeah,
Was it
labia
munchies.
munchers is
labia
the correct
munchers is
term.
the term? Okay. So you couldn't see because I'm wearing a mask, and whoever's just listening and not watching, but my jaw like hit the ground when these were unraveled. Just so everyone knows the
They are
full
adorable.
emotion that I was feeling. This is so cute.
So cute.
And it's mustard yellow. It's my favorite color. And I'm wearing my mustard yellow Adidas.
Aww,
This is the best.
Cute.
This is the best day.
This is
Hip
the
hip
best
hooray. Maybe we can take a
Palentine's.
picture of them together and put it on the Instagram. Or
Yeah.
Ooh, let's do it. I should be doing more behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes
yeah, we'll
footage.
get there.
Let's get a
We'll
photographer.
get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is now a porn studio. We have the perfect lighting
Yeah.
for
The casting couch is open.
the
Yeah.
casting
If anyone
couch.
wants to audition.
Yes. We've got a cute little rug here.
Yeah.
We've got the perfect amount of pubic hair for
We
such
are
a
here
shot.
for
No,
aftercare.
the fact that Johanna thinks this is like a perfect porn studio actually is a callback to last week. She doesn't watch porn.
She has
That's
no
why-
idea what
yeah,
porn looks
this
like.
Is not,
It's like it's all
I've
just
never
basements,
seen
right?
a porn.
It's all just basement with rock
All you have to
star.
have is lights, and you can just be anywhere.
And then porn.
Sexy, right?
Yeah, you just gotta be naked.
If I was
and-
watching a porn like on this setup as it is right now,
I'd be
feel like,
so distracted.
yeah, I'd just be looking at
Like,
Blink
wow, I
182
love that
posters.
poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Amy Winehouse? I mean, sorry.
boobies.
Mwah.
Mother's mother.
And we're back. Welcome back to each other's mothers.
Slight little bump, and we got champagne, baby.
Oh, yeah, we do.
To celebrate.
honey.
100 people wanting to look at our faces and hear our voices.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
That's right. We have 100,000 followers.
We have 1 million followers.
You know,
we're
and
rich.
it's been a ton of work, but it all feels worth it now. You know, it's just been 3 weeks of blood, sweat, and tears. So
3 weeks, but we made it.
we earned it. You know, we earned
Yeah.
it in 3 weeks.
I
Yeah.
just want to quickly shout out to this brewery because this is my first time trying this beer and I just cracked it open. One Well Brewery in Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is a jalapeno blonde.
Jalapeno blonde.
I've never had a jalapeno beer, and this is delicious.
That does
It
sound
looks
amazing.
pretty too. The graphics
Yeah.
are nice. That's very cute.
This is a beautiful, wonderful beer. Shout out Kalamazoo.
I think that brew is called, was it Shalapa? I think it's Shalapa. Just in case people want to go find it.
It could be Zalapa, because the X is pronounced as a Z.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Damn.
Especially in...
Let us know if you know.
If you know how to pronounce
not Googling it.
words.
I'm not doing that.
Yay, a fact check for next week.
Yeah, how to pronounce this beer.
Yeah. But yeah, this is very good. I once got super drunk in Kalamazoo at a Western Michigan University party and was kicked out for punching a guy in the face because he called me Snooki.
He deserved it.
Oh.
That's a valid
reason. Who kicked
reason.
you out for that?
It's hilarious, right?
That's a funny reason.
The guy, it was like one of his friends. It was like my friend's house. So she didn't, like the owner of the house didn't kick me out. I had this altercation with these two, guess it, white men.
No.
And
say it with me now.
they were bullying me. And so I punched one of them in the face. And the other one literally, they shoved me out of the house and locked the door. And I couldn't get back in. And I was pounding on the windows.
What did you do?
Do you have
Where
stuff
did
in
you
there?
go?
Eventually somebody saw me through the window. Literally. I was pounding on the window. Yeah.
Were you enraged?
I was so enraged.
I was gonna
and then
say.
my friend Julie let me back. Shout out Julie, who's now married and has a house in Birmingham. Whatever, bitch. But yeah, she let me back in, and then I think I proceeded to bitch these guys out.
And you ran in, you're like, Polly!
And then
Polly
D!
what are you doing?
Ronnie! Yeah. Who was the other one?
upsetting.
Vinny.
Oh yeah.
Who was your favorite?
I barely, honestly, Snooki. She kind of seemed funny. She
was funny.
She was a funny bitch. I don't know.
She was funny, you guys.
I mean, bitch in an endearing way.
So maybe it was like a compliment that they thought you were.
Carolyn, you're very
I've
kind.
never seen the show. You know I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah, right.
They don't allow that.
Which I did want to talk a little bit about that because I think I was just in such shock that you have never had cable in your home. And I know that's a very common thing. And, maybe you're better than me because of this, but...
No, I'm not. All I do is watch TV now. And honestly, I've seen MTV shows. I just watch them on, like Teen Mom 2 just hit Netflix.
You're just getting updated on it.
Got it.
Yeah, no, I was into Teen Mom 2 before too.
Right.
Like I would watch it online once I got to college and stuff. So it's not like I have no clue. But yeah, in terms of just turning on the TV and whatever's on MTV, no, I don't know what that's about.
I like the concept of you just now watching. Have you guys heard of this TRL?
I know.
Eminem was just on it.
Yeah, people just call.
Right. Have you heard of this Eminem?
Right. Britany Spears shaved her head.
Yeah.
Did you know? Actually,
a wild
how
lady.
did this not get on the board? That's where we should start because I had to get Ellen's Hulu sign in. Shout out Ellen, just to watch the Britney documentary, and I'm so glad that I did.
I am too.
Friggin' weird as fuck.
Go off, everyone. Let's go. Hashtag free Britney.
Free Britney.
She ended up winning the case or part of the case
Oh,
or
no,
something
I think
afterwards.
her sister now has conservatory.
What?
Or something, has more... or is another sister?
I thought it was a bank. There's a bank.
We all watched the documentary and then didn't watch
But
the
this
news.
came after.
Yeah,
Ellen, this is after the documentary.
Ellen, please fill us in.
Update?
Oh, I know about
Ellen,
as much
check.
as y'all.
Oh,
I think
okay.
you posted something about it on Facebook,
I know,
Connor. That's about as much. As
I read it and then I forgot.
That's
but
what I was
did watch
referring
the
to.
documentary.
Because I'm not
Yeah.
smart.
So,
Because I literally watched the documentary and then the very next morning it was
There was,
30
some news.
people had
Yeah.
shared the same article of her winning a trial, and then I just never read
the article. I read a little bit of it, and what I heard from it was that it was the thing where she had gotten like some time ago there was a court case where she got a bank, some sort of bank, to be also a part of the conservatorship. Because they were going to represent her, so it wasn't just going to be her dad anymore. It was going to be the dad and the bank, and that went through. And then he appealed it, trying to be like, no, I'm the only one who gets control. And he lost that a couple of days ago. So all it means is that she still can continue to have the bank be a part of the conservatorship. So he lost his appeal to have the bank that is representing her interests taken off of the conservatorship. And that's all I know.
Interesting. Well,
Sorry, I don't have time to read all this.
Her sister, yeah, because her sister wasn't on the documentary. Her sister's not in a conservatorship, right?
I mostly just wanted to
her
talk
sister's
about.
fine.
I mostly wanted to talk about how the documentary made us feel,
dude. I cried,
and what we think.
Just thinking about that kind of paparazzi constantly is anyone would go insane. And the fucking guy. Oh, this guy made me so mad.
Go off, Sid.
The guy who's just like, oh, well, if she would have asked us to leave her alone, and then the interviewer straight up goes, what about when she asked you to leave her alone?
Literally,
He's
dude.
like, I didn't know she meant forever.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you
gotta see what she looked
right.
at.
He
No,
meant
she was,
forever.
I think she was about it. She
Yeah.
was so sweet to us. Like,
Oh my god.
it makes me so mad. I'm like, yes, it means forever. Like,
So-
go away.
So heartbreaking hearing
No
the
means
cousin
no.
like beg to leave her alone. And
Yes.
also, so Britney Spears was made out to be such a villain when I was a little kid, and like the umbrella thing. That watching the documentary
Yep.
was the first time I saw that, and it was so fucking tame.
It's the coolest.
Yeah.
For one, it's the coolest
It's-
fucking thing. That
It's
she
just like
went
a
off
little
like
boop.
that.
It's a
Yeah.
little scratch on this big ass ugly car. Like, who gives a fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I
Right.
can't believe we built this up to be such a horrible thing that she
Right.
did. And
Well, and then
it's
like even
something
before that,
I
like
feel like I would have done at
right,
22.
like she was always like I remember just hearing so much shit all the time when I was a kid that was like she's dangerous and evil because she looks young but she's sexualizing it. Like she was somehow
Right.
creating pedophilia by following literally just what her
Dude.
producers and managers were telling her to do.
Right.
Mhm.
And like I remember that. I don't remember as much of the like blowback when she broke up with Justin Timberlake and it was supposed to be like cuz she's unhinged and she's a bad girl and he's so
River.
nice.
Oh.
Did she cheat
but
on
now
him?
I
It
get
made
that
it seem
too.
like he lied about her cheating on him. I guess
I
like
don't know. I
don't
was
know.
like 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I remember being a little kid and just like my mom being like, "Oh, Britney Spears is icky." Like she just really nailed it to my head that Britney Spears is this horrible, evil person.
Yeah.
But then I watched the documentary and she's like a sweet little girl.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can like see like she's like legit just like had enough shit when she was having her breakdown. Like
No,
that was like the most
absolutely.
real
Yeah.
she looked. Like you look like
Well,
a
and I
human being
remember
breaking out
when
of a
that
cage.
happened, being like, "Damn, she's hot though." Like
She
I
looked
hadn't
so
really,
good without hair.
Yeah, like
Ugh.
for me,
She
I mean,
looked like
and then,
Sophia
right.
the robot. I was ready.
Right.
I was
Nice
ready.
callback.
Yeah, give
Yeah.
a robot an umbrella. Ooh,
Right.
you got me. Yeah, man. It blew
I
my
think
mind.
I just like the thing that's interesting to me is then like watching like even so after the documentary came out and then even after that court thing happened, it was like she made an Instagram post that was like, "Thanks for all the support. Everything's so complicated. Nobody really knows your story except you. Much like one love."
Yeah.
And I just was sort of like, I'm just so intrigued to see if
One
if-
love 420. Britney's out.
No, I'm just like so intrigued to see
Yeah.
if she will ever like really tell her story. Like even on social media, it's like she is sort of like playing this character. I don't know. It's just
Right.
I really want to hear her be like, "Oh, okay, now that I got that boot off my neck, let me break it down for you actually real quick exactly how
Right.
I feel about it."
I
Like,
want to find a way to get
Right.
Britney on the pod. Let's hit her up, send an
Yeah.
email, and we
Yeah.
can get the truth.
I don't know, man.
I just want to see her with a snake on her again
Yeah, those
Oh,
are the
yeah.
days, weren't
in
they?
a
for
two-piece
sure.
bathing suit. Give me that. With a shaved head, so a combo. Snake,
Yeah.
umbrella, shaved head combo, please and thank you.
Yeah.
But no,
Make it
free
happen,
hashtag free Britney. But also, this is what I felt when I was watching it. Right, like not only are they talking about this whole paparazzi thing, blah blah blah, but they also touch base on like she came from nothing, like Mississippi, like, and I didn't know that growing as a kid.
Louisiana,
I just
right?
knew
Yeah.
her as Britney Spears, fantastic, beautiful, whatever
Right.
celebrity. And now when I like as an adult I'm watching this documentary, I'm like, this bitch threw down in mud pits, I'm sure, at one point, right? Like she is a hillbilly, like
Right,
you know,
she's
like
Catching gators. I
she
don't
was
know.
pushed to the point where her white trash came out and she attacked a car with an umbrella, and I love that about her.
Yeah.
Right.
She went
I'm
back to
surprised she
her
didn't
roots.
attack one of them. I would have
Literally,
been attacking
figuratively.
paparazzi. When I get to the point where I have
Well-
paparazzi following me,
Yeah. And it's
you
just
know
so
damn well I'm
interesting.
gonna punch him in the face.
Right. What was interesting to me too was that like her parents seemed kind of clueless. Like a lot of these like Disney kid, what is it called? The
Like Disney stars.
Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh yeah.
Mickey
Like,
Mouse Club, yes.
A lot of those kids, it's like you see them and you're like, oh god, what kind of fucking stage mother nightmare are you living in?
Right.
Mhm.
Like you have parents who sort of forced this upon you, like took the first glimmer they saw of charisma and just like, you know, like
You can get to mine.
but with her,
want
it
your
really
soul.
seemed like she actually was just that good, and her parents were kind of like, "Duh." Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
didn't even
No,
like.
absolutely.
She
And
really
then
did
her dad,
earn
yeah,
her own way.
was like, oh, I can't
No,
wait to get a
she-
boat, or whatever he says.
Absolutely did.
Yeah.
You know, the whole I don't know. I can't like quite put my finger on it, but just so much of me was like, wow, she really is like.
Well, and just like the idea that her, like, I don't know, like the things that she did, and then that being the reason that her father was legally able to create the conservatorship is just like, it just felt so mind-boggling to me. Like, that is like a pretty average like quarter life crisis, or like, you know, just I'm under constant scrutiny. Like, nothing she did to like
she just fucking shaved her head.
Justified it, and then it's like, what, 20 years later? Like, how? Like, it was just sort of, it was shocking to me.
Because it's really, she had a breakdown of something that's so awful, and like, it's normal. Like, anyone would have that. It was just because that she's just like in front of the cameras all the time. Like the thing when she has her kid on her lap and she's driving off. It's because she got bombarded by paparazzi.
That's
a breakdown.
And
I've had
I gotta go.
Like, I don't. I know. And nobody has ever been able to take away my rights to my entire life.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the reasons, like, it's just because
also nobody
people
wanted
see
to
it.
because you don't want to be in charge of this shit.
Right.
But
and charge my money, please. Somebody, please help.
It's literally.
Conservate me.
No more Taco Bell.
Actually, let's get Brittany's dad on.
Yeah,
the
right.
show.
He could be our life coach.
And the next guest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I felt when I saw her. Was like, okay, girl, I see you going back to your roots. And then, God, I had another thing. Oh, how like backwards is it to think about like in the 90s and early 2000s how this paparazzi were like so obsessed, and they still are. They're so obsessed with like these celebrities' private lives, and now we live in this age of
everyone's already
everyone's
out there.
on it.
Like paparazzi, what are you even gonna do?
Right.
Well,
like,
it's all still about like catching you in a really bad,
unflattering.
Yeah, it's
no, absolutely. But I just think, I guess, like the irony in it or something. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to be like a millennial and to like see that kind of snowball into like, okay, everyone was obsessed, and now we have like Instagram and Twitter and blah blah blah. Where like now celebrities are just flaunting it, dude. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Here's photos of me in the Bahamas.
Right.
And
Here's my
asshole.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah.
Even though, have you like picked up a tabloid recently? Either of you?
Actually,
No, I haven't.
I never really got into tabloids, but they're so funny. Because they're so
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
It's people just like living like a normal life. Like, what a fat hog going to McDonald's. And it's just like,
Right.
I would die. Like, there's one, it was like Amy Schumer. It's like, what was it? Sloppy mess at the beach.
Like, that's the name of her fourth album.
Right.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
you really? But yeah, she's just like, she has like sand on her ass. Like, big fucking deal. She's at the beach. Like, it's
Also,
just
there's,
so
like,
insane.
there's so many, so many more legitimate reasons to think Amy Schumer. Like,
For
why?
going.
She got sand on her at the beach. The horror.
Right. The horror.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was a mayo angel in a mayonnaise commercial. Like, you're not gonna like touch base on that. You're gonna
Right.
talk about the sand on her ass. Come on.
No, like, I'm at a point where like literally every time that I leave the house these days, because like all I do is go to the grocery store or like something like that.
Oh, I hope they don't catch a picture of me buying this.
Oh, I think about it all the time because I literally
thing of
wear
ranch.
like I have never looked.
People are like, Carolyn
So,
PC Paul.
yeah.
Carolyn PC Paul. Can I get a picture?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm more just like,
Anyone ever
I
seen
know these
you?
people live in my town, but I hope none of them are my actual neighbor. Like I just,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I've
just
got,
saying,
like,
how funny would it be
chocolate
after only
stains.
3 episodes? People are fucking
Right.
bombarding.
Oh my god, I
Getting
recognize
bombarded.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting outside the house.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
It's
they
just,
do. No, nobody cares.
it's
We know
nuts.
that. But
Yeah. PCCP over here.
PCC.
no, yeah, I wonder that sometimes. Like,
Can you just
I'm
call me
going out,
PCP?
I'm just running out, but I'm in jammy pants and
PC.
no bra.
Yeah. Oh yeah, never a bra. Always
Never.
pajama pants or the snow pants that I bought at the liquor store last year.
Oh, the best is that, you know, I went to high school in Clarkston, and so everyone from Clarkston moved to Royal Oak and Ferndale. So I rung into people who I went to high school with, and they're just
Nice.
like, hey, heard you're a stand-up
I don't know. You
comedian."
also like throw together like a look that's like, of course I just rolled out of bed, but you
Yeah,
still look
but it's
like
still hot
real
somehow.
together.
Okay,
Accessorized.
well, what I was wearing 20 minutes ago before the cameras were turned on,
It was
See,
a
even that
hoodie
though,
and
even
slippy
that though was like
pants.
no,
pretty cute.
that's what I wear to the grocery store is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's still decently cute.
Yeah.
Like, I have like the
Well, it just shows that
ugly.
you guys are pieces of shit.
No,
mean,
I know. That's exactly what we're saying.
Right.
We're
Right.
not arguing that one.
Love
bit.
you guys very much.
Yeah.
All
Oh
two-
yeah, I gotta. I'm
all
gonna put
two
that
of
on
your
my
little
mic.
pieces
yeah.
of poopy shitties. Little poopy
Connie's
shitties.
putting down her mic.
Oh man, we're popping a bottle. I'm so scared. Oh, that was
really
actually
do
very.
know how to do that.
That was very
I
professional.
kind of didn't
Connor
trust her
Meade.
when she was like, "I know how to open a
Honestly,
champagne silently." I was like,
I'm happy that worked.
I'm very proud of you.
Because I was unsure.
That was
with you
amazing.
guys.
Well, and
Way
I
to
only
go.
know how to do it with my butt cheeks, and that was gonna probably gross some people out. So I was
Well,
like,
If it wasn't COVID, I'd say go for it.
yeah,
Man, you got a
but-
tight little ass, don't you?
so tight, ridiculous.
Nothing,
So
nothing
tight.
gets in
So
or
weird
out of
to
there.
stand
I've never pooped a
Shit
day in my life.
spaghetti.
Shit spaghetti. I shit spaghetti.
Y'all ever played with Play-Doh?
That's disgusting. Oh
That
my
long
God.
stem rose you gave Ellen, where'd it come from, Carolyn?
It was clay.
It was clay. Just stuck her in the
Oh,
oven.
Lord.
Carolyn's
Now
actually
we have
just a
art.
3D printer with her ass.
Fart art. Yeah.
Oh
3D
my
printer.
God.
What if your ass
my
was
God.
a 3D printer?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Or like
We could make a gun.
I'd eat
I don't know
so
if
You're
I'd
just
eat
pooping
personally.
guns.
I'd eat
pooping
so
on
In
many
case of
guns.
emergency,
Beets.
press this nipple.
I'm
What?
not gonna pour the champagne like a professional. I'm just gonna
Oh yeah, there you go.
pour it like a
What does a professional do?
I-
Do
like
they
a-
angle
with
it?
a, with
You mean?
a with a towel, and don't
Yeah,
you
I'm
just do like
Oh.
Give this to
We just like freeze the frame and then you come out with a
Producer.
tuxedo on, and
Yeah.
a fucking napkin, and a
Right.
mustache, and your hair's gelled
the
back.
mustache looks natural too.
Oh, this is actually okay. Hair gelled back is a great segue to one of the topics I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Okay, did you guys hear about the woman who got
Yes.
Gorilla Glue stuck in her fucking hair? I mean, everyone's been
Did.
talking about it.
Yep.
did hear about it. Not like on purpose, like you're saying, just because you
Woo!
couldn't not hear about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
saw like her video of like showing herself of like knocking on her skull and being like, it's been like this for a month. And I saw that like floating around the internet, had a good laugh, whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm like going to work, and me and this girl, this bartender, the daytime bartender, it's a day shift, so you get to talking. And here she is with the full update of like the LA surgeon came and picked her out and like had her come
Right.
out and do the surgery for free and da 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 da.
Right.
And how she wanted to like sue Gorilla Glue for not having the
Ugh.
proper, oh, is this mine? Thank you so much. Promoted to Cougar. Thought I was always here. I have wine glass. Connor and I have wine glasses at our house that say funny things. So mine says promoted to Cougar.
It's just like regular, like any stepmom would have these.
Oh, these
I was
are
gonna say,
fantastic.
because you're 46.
Because I'm 46.
Sarcasm, wine, and everything
Divorcee.
fine.
Drink well with others.
Yeah.
Okay, but honestly,
don't.
like our cups are pretty fitting for our personalities.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys.
I didn't
act
even
like,
do
This
that on
happened on
purpose.
you act
accident,
like
but look at.
divorced stepmoms for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ellen, did you get a glass of wine?
I got wine is cheaper than therapy, which is good because I'm off my parents' insurance in a couple days. So
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
there
no
you
more
go.
Prozac.
Salute to that.
Salute. to
Well, if you need some,
Sip, sip.
we can.
if you need some insurance,
we can
we
bring
can
that
help you.
down.
So, what do you guys think about this woman trying to sue Gorilla Glue? Like,
You know, I'm for it. Sue him. Sue him up. You think
Yeah?
Gorilla Glue doesn't have enough money? Fuck it. If she can get some money out of Gorilla Glue, go for it.
Yeah.
I say. I don't
Well,
care about
obviously,
them. They got enough
go
money.
for it. Yeah, and fuck.
I mean, yeah.
You
'Cause
know,
I
fuck,
wouldn't expect to
eat the
win.
rich. Hashtag eat the rich. But but come on, man.
What
like
if she
there's
loses money?
You should
Trying
know
to
not
sue
to
and then
put
she
Gorilla
loses.
Glue. Gorilla Glue like holds metal
okay, but
together.
see,
But there's
on the
also a hair
dicks.
product called Gorilla Glue. Like there's a hair. It's not called Gorilla Glue, but there's a type of gel that has the same or a similar name. So I understand why she made that leap. I think the other part of it too to understand is like keep in mind she's having medical costs.
Somebody should.
associated
Okay,
with
there's
it.
there's an actual hair gel named Gorilla Glue. Is it
Let me-
strictly
yeah.
for African American hair?
Let me do a
Because
little
that is
Googling.
just racist, and someone should sue them for that name.
Right. So
This
we're
is now-
suing everybody.
This is now a completely new topic, people. We're suing for different reasons.
Hold on.
Suing.
Sorry, too far. Did Carolyn cough? That's when you know. That's when you know. The Carolyn cough.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So it's called Gorilla Snot, and it's
It's
gross.
disgusting.
It's gross. But I've seen it before. Like and I don't think it's just for black people. I think
Okay,
it's
so it's just
gel.
a
I think it's
general
type of
gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a GG. Got it.
Right.
'Kay.
But it's called Gorilla Snot. I mean, and it has also a gorilla in the logo, right?
That does.
Uh huh.
Like I'm not mad at her. And
Okay,
it's like,
I'm not mad at her either.
I'm not mad at her. I
Yeah.
just
No one's mad at her. I'm glad she's okay.
I'm sure she's mad
Right.
at herself. Like, yow, you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot to go through.
And that's commitment to put on your. That's you committed to that idea. That's
Yeah.
do a Google search or so. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because like I do dumb shit like that. Like, oh, can I like substitute this with this? Like I get that train of thought.
I mean, okay,
Thought.
I bleached my hair wasted the other day
With, like,
and
detergent
somehow
Show us.
I will not. I somehow made my hair look worse,
It'll,
which we didn't think was possible.
The hat comes off every episode. It'll
It
happen.
does.
It'll
just,
happen.
It's so
In
upsetting.
a moment
you
of
guys.
passion.
It's so upsetting.
I'm
It looks so bad. I've never been a classic beauty, y'all. I've never been so beautiful
So
that
back,
you run
so
right
back.
to your mother. I'm not a hottie,
She's not a showstopper.
but I have
Until she opens her mouth.
I have never
That's correct.
I have never felt ill while looking in the mirror until like the last little bit. And I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to figure out some new things to do to change up. I like myself. I'm not trying to like have a low opinion on myself, but God damn it if my hair is not the trashiest, most ridiculous shit I have ever seen in my life.
God, I want to see it so bad.
Have you tried cutting
Ugh.
out your eyeballs or
Huh? Have I tried what?
cutting out your eyeballs?
Like that's the next.
That's where we're at.
Next time,
That's
the
where
next
we're
time
at.
I box bleach my hair, I'm gonna just rub
Yeah.
a little in. Yeah. To the
Diet like
eyeballs.
blue or some shit?
That's like my only option at this point.
Yeah.
What
think
about-
I'm
It'd look
trying to?
cool.
I'm trying to like just sit tight and then pay somebody to help me fix it.
The
Like,
real Whitney Cummings over here.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah,
Miss,
yeah.
Miss
right.
Spinning
Cummings,
image.
Miss Cummons.
It's
Either dye it a color, or have you ever thought about shaving your head again or cutting it short again?
just sucks because
or-
I was kind of trying to like grow it out. Like this is the longest it's been in 10 years.
I do love a long-haired
Right.
Carolyn.
Yeah,
I
and
really
I was
do.
kind of just excited to have a little bit something a little different, have it a little longer, and not cut it off.
You
again,
could
so.
go to Indigo Lounge, and
Shout
That's
she
out
probably
Indigo
what I'll
Lounge.
do.
she will fix that blonde right up for you.
Yeah,
Just tone it up a bit.
it's hard just because I don't know what I want to do with it. Like
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just gonna have to be like, go with God. Like if that's your
go
friend,
with God.
you
Yeah.
can just tell her about me and just let her pick.
Okay.
Because I get nervous at hair places. I have a bad thing with hair places. I get very anxious, and they're like,
Do you
"So
think
what are
it's
we trying to
because-
do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I have no fashion." And then like, and then
because
they're
they
like,
put their
well,
boobies on you when they cut your hair.
Do you
No.
think it's because
That's
you were
all I can think
homeschooled?
about.
No, I don't think it was because I was homeschooled. Because when I was homeschooled, I loved going to get my hair cut when I was a
Because
kid.
you got to leave the house.
Honestly, homeschoolers left the house more than y'all did. Like we did all kinds of different.
No,
shit.
my
That's
neighbor was
actually
homeschooled.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were at,
way
we were
more.
fucking.
My neighbor did such cool shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
we were,
I'd
like
always
in a
go with
river
her.
in the morning, and then
Yeah,
at a
she, like,
museum,
had a
and then at your
horse
mom's
and-
house, like yeah, and then going to softball with your mom and making a fort in the bushes.
I wanted to be
like,
homeschooled
yeah.
so
Yeah.
bad once I found out like how much cool shit they do.
Oh yeah, you run around all day.
And you get to stay home. And I know my parents would barely ever teach me, so I would just have a day to myself.
Well, yeah, when your father's a police officer.
Yeah, who's gonna teach me?
He's not
Shoot
teaching you
people,
shit.
probably.
Yeah.
I do have a good shot, by the way. He did.
Really?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm pretty good at shooting guns.
Have you shot a gun?
Yeah, I dated a guy in a gun
Connor
club
just
actually.
looks like she'd be good at shooting
I
guns.
Like,
believe it,
look
yeah.
at look at this.
Come on, look
Yeah.
at
Pow.
this.
Pop, pow.
I've only done a BB. I'm decent. I'm decent on a BB gun.
Well, I'm better with pistols than I am with like rifles and stuff like that.
I don't know why. I just had like a surge inside me of like, damn, Connie's so cool. I'm just
Damn, she's
picturing
really
you like,
badass.
Connie is so cool.
like just pistol.
I am bragging about how good I am
A
with
pistol's
guns.
the little one.
It's
right?
like-
yeah,
Yeah, it's like the handheld.
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta hold them with two hands because they're big
because
and
of the blowback.
These are
Yeah.
What's it
powerful.
called? Backfire.
backfire.
But,
yeah.
We talking guns or
Kickback.
penises? What are we
Right,
doing here?
both, a little bit of both. But yeah, dated a guy in a gun
Joel, have
club
you
for like
shot a gun?
years.
I don't. I think I chickened out, but my oldest friend. Sorry, I haven't drank in a long time.
She has like
just-
two
Should we-
sips.
should we-
I'm
should we roast
drunk.
Each other's mothers, real quick. Is this, each other's mothers.
Each
We're all
other's
gonna do a
mothers.
little-
Salute.
Salute. Oh, we can ching.
We can ching. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause we
over
touch-
here
touch-
like, hello,
Please,
anyone?
Somebody
Touch
ching.
my glass.
Somebody touch me, please.
And my ass.
Yeah.
So my oldest friend, her name is Bianca. Shout out Bianca. She ended up doing it instead of me, and her kickback was like her body like went Matrix backwards almost.
Damn.
That's an exaggeration, but the kickback was pretty bad. I think she got a bruise from it. But we were young. We were like 13. We were super young. My mother was on stepdad number 2, and chose even whiter this time around. Our maid in Michigan, shot a lot of guns, you know, that whole thing. And it was the day of my mother's wedding to Charlie. Won't last name him, but yeah. And they were shooting guns in the backyard of my grandparents' house. So
Goddamn.
That's fun.
Bianca shot a gun, and then I was like, "Yep, not gonna do that," and didn't do it.
Good for
It looks
you.
scary.
I stand
you-
4 foot nothing
boundaries.
as a 30-year-old. Imagine a
Yeah.
13-year-old Johanna.
Yeah.
You know, she's
I'm a
way
pretty
hotter.
sturdy fella.
Said she was way hotter.
She was way hotter. Yeah.
At 13, listen. You felt way hotter. At 13.
That's why it's a joke, dude.
Yeah.
I
Way
can't
hotter.
take a joke.
I love my, You know, everyone feels hotter in white eyeliner, right?
white
That's a good look.
eyeliner. What?
Yeah.
That a thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
Oh,
took over the
Sometimes
world.
It looks cool. It looks cooler on dark skin than it does when a white woman does it.
Mm-hmm.
When a white woman does it, it's just like,
Everything
what's
looks
wrong?
cooler.
Yeah. You're just like worried about her. Usually, if it's
You
Yeah,
can't see me,
she's
but I'm
sick.
flipping my hair.
Yeah.
You can feel it though.
Let's. Yeah.
If you sit
I'm
quietly.
so annoying. Tattoos. You got them? Do you love them?
God,
Do you hate
I
them?
got
Do you
a
regret
couple.
them?
I don't regret any. Do you have any?
I have one tattoo.
What is it?
You
It's
have
on the back
one?
of my arm. I wonder if I
I
nah,
feel
I
like I
probably
have
can't.
seen
I'd have
it
to like
now.
take
It's
off all
the
my clothes.
camping thing, isn't it?
It's a little bit looks a little bit. It's a triangle. It's like a designy thing that I doodled a lot, like for years, and then like 1 week I was like, I've been doodling this for years. I want it on my body.
You're like, it's time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had just had a really bad week. I had just totaled my car in California while I was working in California, and I was living in my car, and then I totaled my car.
So you
So-
totaled your house.
I totaled my house.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I had to sorry, that just shout out Sam Rager's joke.
Yes.
Shout out
Yes.
Sam Rager.
Yeah, so
Yes.
I totaled my house, and then I had to move. I was like sleeping in a tent. I had to move I had to throw away half of my worldly possessions, and I moved the rest of it into my tent. And then and I was like, I needed something to make me feel like I was on top of my life and not at the bottom of my life.
Yeah.
So I got the tattoo. I don't regret it. One thing I will say, I like specifically, I wanted it in like this like reddish brown color. I had like a really specific color I wanted. And
Maroon?
he showed it to me, and I was like, yes, that's the one. Thank you. Perfect. And then he finished, and it just looked like gray. It's like, it looks like a faded tattoo that was done in black, and it looked like that from when he first did it. But it has none of the brownish red. Like it isn't exactly what I thought
Bummer.
it was gonna be. So that's a bummer to me.
Did you get it in an alleyway or a living room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a basement. It was like a basement.
Yeah, see?
Yeah,
I did have a tattoo that I got in the living room in Myrtle Beach when I was on a road trip right before I went to Bonnaroo. So yes, it did get infected.
Nice.
It is now covered up, but it was on my forearm, and it was, of course, a compass.
Oh, of course it was. Was there an
Because-
infinity sign under it, or?
Oh,
It said believe.
oh, honey.
Yeah, does it say believe with some little
It
doves
says
coming
live,
out
laugh,
of the...
love.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's above your ass. Let's be honest.
We
No,
have
we all know what it
we
says.
have an eclipse above my ass. So
So
basic
I-
2 times a woman.
I don't have really any exciting tattoos. I do have a wolf. Fucking sick tattoo of a wolf.
Oh, yeah?
My
seen that
name
one. I've
actually
seen that one.
means. Well, if I do it, I'll untuck my socks.
No, don't untuck
Next
your
got my
socks.
socks
next
tucked
episode,
in.
we're gonna just show up naked,
Yeah.
and you'll see
Here.
all of our tattoos.
See
But
our
I do want to hear about
mediocre-
this. It's on your
It's
shin.
it's on my shin, my front shin. It says "Be safe, be wise," because my dad would say that to me every time he left.
Aww.
Well, actually, my dad would be like, "Be safe." My mom would say, "Be wise." It's kind of a cutesy thing.
That is
My little
adorable.
sister actually got like a similar tattoo.
Was
But
that
hers
your
is different.
response to their divorce?
Yeah,
or-
I'm like, "Be safe, be wise." Just,
and,
get it?
and no one to tap out.
Yeah. You don't have to stay together for the kids. is what-
No, sometimes
There you
breaking
go.
up is the best thing for the kids. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, got a freaking wolf. Also, my name, he's Lover of Wolves or King of Wolves.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it meant
That's amazing.
overly emotional.
Right.
White boy. Dyed black hair.
Man in a frat with a lawyer dad.
Yes. Oof.
But yeah, but then my other two,
Good sex,
I have
though?
like other ones, but I have a bunch of stick and pokes that I got at music festivals, basically in the mud,
Yeah.
and they didn't get infected.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never did a stick and poke.
Bragger.
I like I watched them being done. Like I lived in like punk houses and weird,
Right.
you know, and I saw them being done, but I never got one.
I mean, they're little. They're not like super huge. And then one of them, well, one was at a festival. One's in my friend's living room, and I like it. It's cute. But there's
Yeah.
like one little nick. That's just like it's like a circle, and like one part of it like kind of
Sure.
comes to a point, kind of barely. So I'd love to get
Mhm.
that fixed up. I guess that's
I'm
not
sure
funny
it
to
could.
talk
That'd be
about.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I just I got it.
Yeah.
It's but she did a great job.
Yeah.
I once.
I was just proud that like nothing got infected. I think that's amazing because I'm disgusting.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't
I-
expect that.
I got my nose pierced when I was 18 in Guatemala in like a alley.
Ooh.
And the second time I pierced
Wow.
it was in
I love
Mexico
that.
City in a basement. So, but I used to have my 2 nose piercings. But
Huh.
yeah, the first one
Let's
I
bring
did
that back.
right. I did that, and then I went to like stay in a weird little like shack up on the side of a mountain for like 4 days or whatever. And I didn't bring anything to clean it with because of course I was 18. I thought I could just get a nose piercing and do whatever I wanted. So
You're
the
gonna
only
live forever.
thing that we had that could clean it was this like it's like grain. It's Quetzalteca. Shout out Quetzalteca. It's like it's not even vodka. It's just grain alcohol in Guatemala, and that we had a ton of that because we were doing plenty of drinking and
Alcoholics.
yeah, and I was
Right.
well. I mean, I was 18. I wasn't an alcoholic yet. I was like doing one shot and being like, "Oh my god,
I'm
is this what it
so
feels like?"
drunk.
I was like, I never. The first time I ever drank was in Guatemala
Right.
when I was 18 or almost 19.
God, I just want to dance.
Right.
Kinda-
Oh my god, have you looked at the stars?
yeah.
But I would line up. I lined up 3 shots, and I would take one and then pour one over my nose wound, and then take the other one because it was so painful. I had to like distract
Your
myself
face is
from the
covered
pain.
in liquor.
Literally, yeah,
Did you put a little bit of salt on there too?
just straight.
You know, you were. You
It was like 140 proof grain alcohol. It was just like burn.
Yeah.
Like
Huh.
lucky my skin stayed on.
So, speaking of wolves and salt and wounds, I was raised by literal actual wolves, and anytime
And
my
the wolves?
mother or my aunts would get a cut in the kitchen, they would just put up like a pound of salt on it and keep cooking.
yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I've seen that in kitchens. Like that's a big thing.
I just thought that was like hardcore. Like I live in Clarkson, Michigan. No one else's parents are putting a pound of you know what I mean? It's like
Right.
you probably need stitches, and you're just
Right.
putting kosher salt on it.
Yeah.
So you're fucking insane.
no.
I
Yep,
mostly
that
Shout
is
out
awful.
Mariella.
Fast food and frozen meals. So there's I don't think I've ever seen my parents use a knife. Other than to stab each other in the back. Hey, no.
Whoa! Shout out
Just kidding.
divorce, baby.
Yeah.
No, my parents are best friends.
Okay,
I love
They're
it.
very
Split the
happy.
difference.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
what Connie's
Everyone's
doing here.
confused.
Yeah.
That'll throw 'em
What if my
off.
mom listens to this?
We both hate our daughters. We
I
might as
know.
well find,
Yeah.
Sorry, too close to home.
Oh man,
I always
that's
take it
funny
too
though.
far.
You said you were raised by wolves. You're a wolf, lover of wolves, best friends.
Oh,
Super cute.
that's adorable. Cheers to that, friend.
Inseparable. Let me
Oh.
tell
cute.
you.
That's soulmates. And I have Davy Jones on my back, so it's just no, that doesn't make any sense.
Can I have a little bit more champagne?
Yeah.
Because
Of course,
I do live here and I'm an alcoholic. Thank you so much.
Mimosa.
Mimosa.
I actually had that thought the
Tequila.
other day that I kind of secretly, I
Cocaine.
secretly wish that this papusa, nope. That- Jesus Christ.
Papusa is another word. for
Podcast, I was
something
trying
else.
to say podcast and mimosa. I secretly wish that this podcast was called Mimosa Tequila Cocaine.
We'll do like a
segment
'cause we
where
have- we
do
technically
cocaine
have
live.
for everyone
I've
listening.
never done cocaine.
It's
What?
not that great.
We
Yeah.
haven't done coke together.
It's
No,
not
I've
that
never done
great.
it in my life. I don't.
No,
I
I don't know why I have a memory of it. Maybe it,
No, all I do is I drink and I smoke weed. And one
You're just
time,
there when-
one time I ate half a dose of mushrooms, and it was just like a really nice night.
yeah, I just felt really comfortable.
Yeah.
Was it at the indie?
No. I was like 22. Not even.
Okay.
I was younger than that. Yeah. No, I was 21 or 22. And I was like, literally, I had no money, and my roommates were doing mushrooms, and they were like, come on. And I had no money, so my friend was like, I'll split my dose with you, which was very sweet of her.
Very sweet.
And that was when I lived like almost on the beach in Chicago. Man, those were the days. I paid $300 in rent, and I lived.
What?
I lived 2 buildings in from
Was this
the
in like the
beach
70s?
on Lake Michigan.
Right. So was this in your
really good.
in another life?
Right.
No, like I was 22. Big part of it was I lived like it was a 3-bedroom, but there was a couple involved, so the rent was split 4 ways.
Nice.
I don't know. It was a different time.
Nice.
But yeah, we just went to the beach and like trounced around the beach and like laid under a willow tree, like, wow, look how beautiful this willow tree is, and rolled each other up like burritos and sheets, and then
Love a good willow tree.
yeah, and then I got home and I created a light sculpture out of Christmas lights in my room.
Wow.
And it
My
was, like,
trip
a really good
stories are
night.
so much trashier than that.
I think if I had done the full dose, you know, but
Yeah.
Mine was like I accidentally did tub drugs thinking it was acid, and then
what's
in
tub
a
drugs?
just like it's like letters and numbers.
Aw.
Hey,
Oh.
Cutie homeschool.
Never did listen to me.
Research chemicals.
No, I love it. I wish I'm projecting because I wish I were you.
No, you don't.
My brain's no good.
My brain,
no good.
no good. Function slow.
Very slow.
Even the
Very
word
bad
function is too
memory.
long, Carolyn, for that bit. Come on, dude.
She's even like pretending to be dumb and can't.
Function, she says. Oh,
My
a
cranium.
a 20-point word in fucking, what is it, Scrabble?
I will say,
See?
I kill on words with friends.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
you're
in
probably
real
a
life-
really annoying person to play against.
very much so.
Yes.
In real life, I cannot beat my mom.
Where it's
or
like
my aunts.
vehemently or whatever the fuck last
Well,
episode.
you couldn't do vehemently because that's more than 7 tiles. But
I didn't know those were.
Oh, look at this bitch.
no, like in real life, I can't win against my mom or any of my aunts. But on words with friends, because you can take your time, I can look at it 6 times before I play my word.
Right.
I fucking clean up. I called my mom. I was like, "Are
It's
you
like you're
letting
gambling.
me win?" I was like, "Don't coddle me. Are you letting me win?" She was like, "I'm not, babe. I'm not. I swear. I promise I'm not." I was like, "You are. You're just letting me win." She's like, you're very smart." So
She was like, I heard that you bleached your hair at home the other week, so I want to give you a little leg up
little
here,
easy.
Actually,
Carolyn.
the last time I saw my mom, she was like, I could just give it a trim. And I was like, no, I'm either cutting it myself or I'm having a professional do it. And she's like, well, there's probably a middle ground between not doing anything and waiting until you can see a professional. And I was like, no, don't cut my
I'm
hair,
gonna
Mom.
sit here and be mad.
I'm so grown up.
So those are the kind of fights you have with your mother. That's nice too.
Oh no, it's not. It's never a fight. We don't fight.
There's
we just get a little tense.
Oh
Little bit of
God! Now
tension.
you're just bragging. I'm like, the Oakland County Police are here, Mom,
See, I was always jealous
for
of
the
that.
third
Like, I
time
was-
this week.
No, but I was jealous of families. I was like, see, they really know how each other
They
feel.
understand life.
Yeah,
They're
like
real.
they really know how each other feel.
Oh,
They're
but
yelling.
we like really know. Like we hurt each other's feelings.
I know, but it seems to work out for you guys. You love each other. You're best friends.
Oh, you think I turned out okay?
Yes.
Well, I
Straight
might
up.
know someone who doesn't agree.
So right.
I'm sorry.
Connor's like, I know. This bitch is crazy.
You own your
She
own
almost beat
home.
my ass.
No, Johanna. You own your own home. You drive a nicer car than than I've ever driven in real life, except for when I drove your car when we were on tour. You you can put together like an entire podcast. You're basically my agent. I've owned like half of all of my bookings.
You really are.
Literally,
Your
half
agent
of
for
all-
like.
I'm here. This is a part of my contract that I have to be here because you're the one that books me. Like I was like, fine, if I got a booking, I'll go.
That's why
Like,
every week I have to fucking literally be like, Carolyn, 7:00.
Right.
It's fucking the lights
something
are on.
nice.
All I'm saying is you did turn out remarkably well. Like I bet you brushed your teeth today, didn't you?
I did at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Good for
So
you.
not
this
in
is
the
what I'm
morning.
saying. This is what I'm saying.
I forgot. In the
No, I
morning.
do it. I don't. I'm really bad about that. But that's a whole different conversation. Do you want to know why I own my own house and I live in my car and blah, blah, blah?
Because
Like,
you're,
you hustle.
you
No,
deserve it. You
because the women in my family have taught me how to cheat my way through this life.
I mean, that's
Period.
What?
Amen.
How do you win?
Hallelujah.
How does anyone win capitalism without cheating just a little bit?
I was
you
gonna
know?
say, like,
Well,
I have so much white privilege, and I've really not made it amount to shit.
See, it's always like a battle for me to prove to my white friends that I'm not white because I sound this way. But that's like a great example. Like, I am an immigrant and I have
Right.
made it, and I made it by ways I will not talk about on this podcast. But
Hey.
yes.
But secretly later, you're gonna
Tell us
coach
your
us, right?
Well, obviously, I'm writing a book, and the title is literally "Now That Everyone's Dead." Like, when my family dies, I'm gonna write the longest,
that's why you
best
can't
book
talk about
ever.
it?
But this is what
Got
I'm worried
it.
about. I
Yeah.
don't know if they'll ever die. No,
Honestly, though, dude, have you seen
They
J Lo?
might live to
J-Lo's
like
like
110
60.
years old.
No,
Like-
literally, they will. My grandma and grandpa are both like 85 around that, and they're both like still
Spry,
talking
doing
so
back
much shit
flips.
to each
Healthier
other.
than me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Damn.
better lungs for sure.
Oh, God. Yeah.
they talk so much shit about each other. It's hilarious.
That's
feel like
true.
you
That's
talked
true
about
love,
that.
though.
Yeah, that's funny.
Your grandma's hilarious.
She's something else. Yeah.
I wish like I could understand. Like I want to learn how to speak Spanish way more, just so I
Well-
could, because I could tell that she was like getting little clever
I didn't get to
snips
meet
in.
Grandma. I can speak Spanish. Can I meet Grandma?
I would love for. I've been begging. I think for you to come into the lake house.
I don't
for
feel
sure.
like you ever begged me to come to a lake house. I feel like I would remember that. I remember when you guys went to a lake house without me, and I was like, those bitches went to a lake house, I guess.
Pretty
I saw
sure I've
pictures
been
online,
like
and I was
you
like,
and
huh.
Kunto. Please, please,
And then you
please.
saw
That
it
has
like
never happened. That never happened.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
know.
pull up receipts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we can
Well,
prove
we
that
got
has happened.
YouTube. We got receipts. Okay. It's all
Fast
right.
forward
It's all right.
to Johanna scrolling through
We can
text
fact.
messages
We
for
can fact
7
check
hours.
that.
Literally, I'm like,
prove Carolyn wrong.
next week's fact check. I just have screenshots.
Yeah, it's just going through every single.
Hey, here's
one.
the address. It's on Parview in Waterford.
You know, like when I re-listen to our episodes, I am the most fact-checkable one. I just say shit.
I'm
No,
No,
probably
I
right.
love it. And Connor and I are just eating it up.
Like, oh my god.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
You
And
can
I
say
just say
anything.
it confidently. I'm like, yeah, vehemently.
And I'm like, I don't know what that means, so she's right.
Just gonna plow ahead with that. It's Alexander Jackson Hamilton. You know that guy. You would
You
no,
know,
read a book.
Alexander Jackson
Read a
Hamilton.
book.
Never heard of him.
Read a book. Yeah.
You fucking idiots.
Well, what's up with your guys' little columns? Anybody?
I don't know.
Anyone?
I'm pissed at Gen Z a little bit.
Well, aren't we
I'm
all?
a little salty.
At
I
Gen
like
Z.
them a lot, and I want to be their friend, but not like
Yeah.
have to be their
What
friend.
did you say, little Zod?
I would say, don't let them know that.
Right? Yeah. No, they're gonna
So
hear
scary.
you. No, they don't listen to
They are so scary.
podcasts.
No, I thought you
Everything-
said little Zoddy. Did you say little Zoddy?
Little Zaddy. I said,
No.
what did I say?
I don't know.
You
My
said,
ear-
"I'm pissed
I
at
have
Gen Z."
terrible.
I'm
Yes,
pissed
I
at
heard
Gen
that
Z.
part.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Then
It's
I
okay.
don't know. Then it's
We'll hear it back. It's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll listen back and see what I said. But I don't like their I don't like the scrutiny of our outfits. Like they don't like skinny jeans or side parts. Guess what, bitch? We like you said last week. The middle part looks like a fucking water buffalo. You look. Me and my friends would joke, be like, "Ha, look at us! Look how ugly we are."
I'm telling you guys, they are so mad at us for saying whatever the fuck we want to say about other people when we're just joking. But
Right.
then they're like, "You're old.
You're
You're
old.
old. You're old.
Also, though, like,
you're cool." Like
what did
they.
we think was gonna happen? Did you think we were like?
yeah.
Did you think we were just gonna
Well, I
age
thought I was gonna be young.
flawlessly and
I thought-
coolly?
I
Like,
thought I was gonna be young forever, and
Yeah.
No,
I would always have the knees to be a snowboarder, and I would always date drummers, and you know,
Right.
my
Yeah.
liver could handle everything I ever put through it. You know, like that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
But
Here I am on
hear
one
that.
glass
I
of
hear that.
champagne,
I
and I'm
just-
hammered.
I don't know. I feel like I've been
Like,
maybe
I don't
prepared
care.
for this for longer because
I'm-
I worked with high schoolers a
Yeah.
lot.
And you were homeschooled.
Years back. Well, right, yeah. Like I was right. I was knitting during high school,
Right.
And then I got to college and I got like kind of cooler.
And then you knitted blankets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I've actually
really cool.
never knitted a blanket, and I would really like to.
You can.
I
Good
kind of
making
want to
each other's mother's blanket.
It's gonna take a really long time though.
Yeah.
You got nothing but time,
Could I
kid.
knit on the show? I can't because I have to hold the mic.
Yeah. Once we get our
We're
arms.
getting arms soon, guys.
Hey.
I can't wait.
But
My
also,
turn.
I just want to make it clear that I
Mine's gonna
don't
be right
care
here.
if they don't think we look cool. Just the audacity, I guess, Mike. I don't like it when younger people ever think they're better than me, and that makes me so fucking angry.
Yeah.
No matter how much better they are than me, I just, because a lot of them are, trust me.
There are so many people so much younger than me that make so much more money than
Yeah.
me that I think
Rich,
I just sorta
famous,
don't
talented,
care anymore.
That's
creative.
what disgusts me. I'm so upset.
I don't know.
I'm
Like, I
so
want-
upset.
Like, I support
Yeah.
them, they're great, but I hate them.
Obviously, yes, do your thing. Woo,
It's
woo.
not real
But,
hate.
like,
It's just jealousy. I'm like, you're
it
young
is
and
jealousy.
doing stuff.
It's jealousy.
and
yeah.
Things are just kind of going better for you than when I was your age. and
Oh,
I'm
I have
mad.
to travel the fucking nation in a car and hope that I make $5 at a fucking show in
Right.
fucking Milwaukee or whatever the fuck. And you just
Well-
you post a 20-second dance of you fucking like going like this, and then you have 1 million followers and have all this money. You don't
So,
even
but
have to
that's-
leave your home.
But that's like 7 people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's fair to
Baby, it's
characterize.
not just 7 people.
There's a lot of people
It's so
who are
many.
making money off
YouTube,
TikTok.
people are so famous off YouTube and TikTok, and there's so many
But
of
it's
them.
not like most of Gen Z is getting famous and rich. Most of them are like
feels that way.
missing
Right.
out. Most of them are missing out on the prime years of their life because of this fucking pandemic
true.
and
This
getting
is-
super depressed and are going to be maybe graduating virtual college without
Yeah.
ever having had the experience of going to college into a depressed economy with no jobs. You know?
Yeah. Like, I get
Well
it.
said.
I mean, and if it sounds like I'm trying to kiss their ass, I absolutely am.
They
You
will
guys don't
bully
like
me and I
they
will
don't like
cry.
you. I like you.
I will cry.
Be nice to me.
Hire Carolyn Paul. I am her representative and
Right.
her manager. So if you have any questions or concerns or hirings, that is at motherseachothers@gmail.com.
That's
The
right.
th- also, what sucks, I guess, that I feel so self-conscious when like older people be like, ask them about like advice. Like, yeah, what do you know that I don't know? They know everything. What are they? Like, I feel like what are they gonna ask me? How to? I don't even know. I don't even know one thing that I can do.
so many things.
There's,
They don't know how to do a podcast. You're doing
Yes,
a
they do.
podcast.
Well,
No,
maybe
they know
maybe
everything.
it truly
What are
is
they-
like
I feel like
skips a
what are they
generation,
gonna
you know what
ask
I mean?
me?
Like the
How to-
the people who were before us, like the
I don't
80
even
boomers
know.
and
I don't
things.
even know one thing that I can
Generation.
do.
No, not
There's,
millennials.
They don't know how to do a
millennials.
podcast.
Gen X.
You're
Thank
doing
Yes,
a
they
you,
do.
Ellen. Ellen is the
Doing a
best.
podcast.
Gen X is before us. Gen Z is after us. So we're
Right.
just the fucking weirdo millennials who we are the depressed ones with no jobs. Let's be honest.
Millennials.
But yeah, so
We're
I don't know. I
millennials.
just
They're
feel
Gen X.
like it skips a
Yeah.
generation.
It's before us?
So we're the one that was skipped.
Oh, weird. Got it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I
I was raised in a
like it skips a
So
You
Right.
are.
I don't. I think older people are pretty cool sometimes.
Mwah.
Mother's mother.
Per request, I'm going to say welcome back to each other's mothers. I did not intro us later. I mean, come on, people. If you're following along this journey and you are a day one, real one MVP, ride or die at this point, what are we calling our followers? Mothers? They're just mothers. We can't call them mommies
Children?
because that's your mom's house.
You could call them
calls
other people's mothers.
other people's mothers.
That's weird.
Okay, if you're a mother out there, no, we'll figure it out. It
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
Call them daddies.
Daddy. If you're a ooh, okay, well that gives it different meaning.
Yeah, it's sexy
Yeah,
now.
sexy. Wow.
Wow.
What are you
What am
gonna
I?
What are you gonna do? Pounce on me? That's my friend's
Inside
joke.
Baseball.
We talked
Inside
about it
baseball.
before.
Woo!
We'll
Home
see it
run.
again one day.
Third base. Okay. Welcome back to each other's mothers. I did not intro my co-hosts earlier or myself. I'm
We didn't do
Johanna
anything. We just went
Medranda.
right
We
into
just went
it.
right into it.
Lucy
I am Johanna
Booze.
Medranda.
Lucy Boozy.
Lucy Boozy is the Palentine's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johanna Medranda. We have drank a bottle of champagne. I'm also drinking beer, and I had a cigarette.
Johanna
so
Medranda.
hey,
Hey.
Johanna Medranda. I'm here with my co-host, Connor Meade. Connor MiddleGround Meade. And Carolyn PC Paul. And I am Johanna piece of shit Medranda. That's literally what we are in our little bio for the episode. And again, and per always, we have the best sound engineer in the land, Ellen.
And actually in the land and sea.
Land and sea.
And air. About that. We just took like a 40-minute break because of a button I pushed on this weird device that I only know half about.
I wish you guys could see that box.
This looks like a lunchbox that is used to spy on people.
You know when you like
it's someone trying to be like sneaking around like they're totally not they don't know where I'm recording them in my lunchbox.
I guess
this is wires sticking out of it. Yeah.
Right.
To put a mental image, like not to brag or anything, but you know when you like see backstage when like people not backstage, like behind the scenes of a movie and you have like the person holding the boom mic pole, and they usually have like a fanny pack on. This is what they're wearing.
That's exactly what
and it's heavy.
Wearing. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to wear this as a fanny pack, so that's why I'm not a real audio engineer.
Portable studio is what we're working with, and it's honestly been amazing. So Ellen is the best. People out there, don't let her lie to you. She knows exactly what she's doing. None of us sitting over here on these couches, whatever, know how to do any of that. So anyway, here we are, back and ready for action. Let's.
I do want to say though, I don't hate old people or young people. They just have things that I don't like about them. Yeah, and I hate we hate ourselves the most, and that's what's important.
That's true.
But we're learning about self-love. We'll get there.
Yes, no one hates me how I hate me.
Exactly.
Try.
Yep.
Please don't try. So I will still cry.
Invented self-hatred.
Connor, Phoebe Bridgers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smash a guitar on SNL and people are mad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like that's a thing that hasn't been done always in music.
As though it doesn't have like a long canon of reference.
I will say this, because I was on board with it, but then my favorite Nashville independent rocker, LG of Thumb on the Sleeves, I'm just shouting them out, she made a good point. She's like, hey, look, I'm an independent artist. I don't make a lot of money like doing like true rock and roll, and she makes like real fucking rock and roll. And nothing against Phoebe, but she's like, oh, you're kind of taking from like this genre that's kind of underappreciated and like all these underpaid artists, and she's in like an all queer women's rock group. Like she's truly fighting like the system. She's never gonna get recognized. She's not pretty enough for like to be on the cover of anything, but she fucking rocks. And she made a point. She's like, hey, this is the shit I do, like touring around the country, like barely making any money, and like nobody gives a shit.
And you did it like in a
and like a pop artist does it. So there is that side to it. So I do understand, kind of. Coming from a badass woman.
Is that why they're upset?
No, I think men are just upset because like old dudes. I don't know. I think we should bring it back, personally.
I think like the argument was like like it's wasteful, like
which
I mean, like so that's the reason.
The earth
that's
is
her
dying.
money.
Like I don't know. I probably could have researched
sounds like a bunch of men are upset about something that they used to do all the time, and now a young, beautiful woman is doing it, and now they're upset about it.
So that's why I'm also team.
But the thing is like the whole thing is it's supposed to be upsetting. Like I don't know whoever did that first, but the first time I ever saw that, I was like,
oh god,
I need a guitar. Like
I could give it to me.
I wanted that. Like like it's supposed to be upsetting.
And also kind of likes like fuck material things.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like it's not supposed to be like.
But it's also it is.
I could do a whole other podcast just on the history of guitar smashing. I won't do it.
Whoa,
no, nobody wants to hear that. Okay.
I think that sounds interesting.
I don't want a side story about the whole. I definitely don't want to look it up on myself.
But
I'll look up one
who's the
thing.
first? You know, like the first.
I don't know. I don't know who the first. I can't say who the first is because my idea of who the first person who really brought it into the mainstream would be Pete Townsend of The Who, but then again, he's a part of the British invasion, which was inspired by a lot of like black artists and blues artists in
Right.
America.
Per usual.
So
Like literally everything in
Yep.
music.
just saying, but with
Literally in everything, always, and all
but
the time.
with
Yeah.
the Who, they were going for like a real like dirty rock kind of like gritty sound compared to like the Beatles, who were very clean cut and whatever. And he was
poppy.
really trying to create like a unique sound when he first smashed his guitar. Like it was supposed to it was supposed to kind of be like, oh wow, these are all the emotions inside me that I can't really get into an actual sound. I'm gonna create a new sound.
Yeah.
Oh, the feedback of the guitar smashing to the amp. But they went into debt because people were like, smash the guitar, it's so fucking cool, and like that's
And then they
expensive to
smash
do.
Right,
100
yeah.
guitars.
Right.
So-
Right.
Yeah.
See, you don't. I could go on
Yeah,
forever.
that's
Don't
wild.
shut off the mics. We're done.
I will say though,
And
Not
that's
the
our
podcast.
show.
likely had she not done that, nobody would have ever talked about the fact that she did SNL. Like,
Probably.
Right.
you know,
I've never
Also
heard of
true.
her. I've never
But
heard
hey,
of her.
maybe that was a bucket list thing for her. Maybe that was like
Maybe
a,
she's like,
Well,
when I
that's
get
what
on
I'm saying,
SNL,
I'm
I'm
sure
gonna
she
smash
thought about
it.
it beforehand and was like, "Oh, this is gonna piss a few people off. That'll be really good." For
And
us."
that is like a little more
Also
jarring for like
that-
SNL.
But also, she could be like a little guitar smashing nerd like our Ellen here, and she could be like,
When
hey,
she saw the
this is
Probably,
what I've
yeah.
always
meaning of it, yeah.
loved and respected in rock and roll, and just
Right.
because I'm not delivering exactly that, artistry, but either way, here's a kudos and a hey,
Yeah.
if all of these fucking
Little
men in
nod
history can
to
do
a-
this, then why
Yeah.
I did
can't
not watch.
But
the
also,
clip. I should have watched the clip.
Same with the artist you were talking about, Ellen. She's saying, I do this all the time. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
like, the real
Right.
conflict is you're a goddamn poser. So.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
There it is.
that's what kind of boils
And that's
down
the
to.
P word
Right.
we were looking
But
for.
I am
Yeah.
pro Phoebe. I'm pro guitar smashing.
Yeah.
So just
Pro,
throwing
pro,
that out
pro.
there. But
Phoebe.
the response from like one of my favorite underground rockers, like that turned the whole conversation on its head. And I love rock
And also-
music.
yeah.
So.
And if the big thing is like, oh, it's expensive, how often do you see like people like throwing money, burning money? I mean, I know
Right.
it's not, a lot of times it is fake, but I've seen some rich assholes being like,
That's not the thing I'm maddest about. Like, smashing a guitar does not make me more mad than watching like Jeff Bezos make $7 trillion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's the real problem.
Yeah.
Right,
Capitalism.
Don't
Yeah.
go after this poor.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
she's
like,
not poor. She's rich, but
Probably not super.
I mean,
well,
she's probably not like
Yeah.
filthy rich.
I've just
or I
like
feel like
never heard of her, but I've never heard of anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But to be on SNL, you have to be at some capacity
Sure.
of
Yeah. Sure.
wealthy.
For me as a millennial, I just love that her name is Phoebe and that she plays the guitar because it just reminds me of Friends and Phoebe and the whatever Stinky Cat.
Is that her
Was it?
band's name?
No, the name of the song. The
Oh.
song that she used to sing, Alley Cat, Stinky Cat. I don't fucking know, but
You can fact check
Probably.
it.
we'll fact check it.
Yeah.
Which also starts with PH, so that's very
There
fun.
you go.
Carolyn,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I thought we're a bunch of comedians. We could maybe talk about it. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did like his own. Everybody knows this, but he did his own sort of like grassroots campaign to get paid off a bad contract he had signed years ago with
Right, when he's,
Comedy
like,
Central
New.
to retain
Like
rights
21
to
or some
the
shit.
Chappelle Show and literally his name, and it was a very airtight contract that all the lawyers were saying there's really no way out of it, and he sort of harnessed the power of the social media age and was like, watch me, like,
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
and it
bitch.
worked. We all stopped watching it. Netflix took it off for him. Like,
Yeah.
they were a good partner to him, and we're like, we
They
won't put it
were?
up until you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, yeah, and then we all stopped watching it for a long time, and the pressure worked, and Comedy Central gave him his money and a better contract, and fucking yeah, good for him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it made me happy because it just felt like, because it felt like fuck yeah, as an artist being like, fuck you and your contracts. I'm gonna like, I actually know what this industry is though, and the industry is me and the fans.
Right.
So
Right. We're the
watch
reason you
us
have
take
any
you
money.
for a walk for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Secretly, I also am just like, what? Because he didn't have enough money, Dave Chappelle. Like,
I think it was more like the principle of it.
yeah,
feel
and I
don't know.
get that. I want one like fucking like like Dave Chappelle, top like
Never
top
heard of him.
5,
Just
like
kidding.
he's unarguably at the top of the comedy
Yeah.
world.
Oh, for sure.
At the very
Yeah.
top, right?
Yes.
I just want one of these fuckers up here at the top to like champion the idea of like distributing the money in comedy a little bit further down the totem pole. Like, I just think like the top 15 grossing comedians could like champion the idea that like they shouldn't be hoarding all of that wealth, and that more of like the money that gets put into producing comedy should be like paid out equally at lower levels. Like, you know, like, yeah, like I'm sick of this idea that like if you're hardcore and you really want to do comedy, you better do it for free for 10 years, and that's the way you earn your stripes. That's how you really do it. Like, I just think it's such a fucked up culture. That's
just with art in general, like
and
then that's what I'm hoping. Like this whole pandemic really like makes people realize like if you're not entertained, like what the fuck would you have done during this whole time if there weren't for comedians and people producing all kinds of
movies
shit
to watch, comedy specials to watch, podcasts to listen to, music to listen to.
I definitely see really all sides of that situation, but I do kind of want to touch base on what you're saying about like, oh, you're only respected if you're doing it for X amount of years and and you gotta like for free, and you gotta eat McDonald's every day and hot dogs and peanut butter and jelly out of your fucking car or whatever. I get that, I truly do. But what's irritating to me is like I did that in Michigan for X amount of years, and obviously the virus interrupted all of our very new baby newborn careers. I'm not here to say that we are the shit or that we've accomplished anything.
But we have and we are.
That's why I keep her around. But I will say, and I think that you guys can follow me along with this, but you know, I didn't feel like I had any direction or any drive or any passion until I found this, and I know we kind of touched base on that before.
100%.
And then we found the thing, and then we were really proud of ourselves, and whatever, and then like the virus happened, and it was like a very abrupt stop to like an uphill. We were uphill.
Right, we were going.
Like
we had trajectory.
Uphill. So. If I were to start all over again in Michigan, because that's probably what's going to happen,
right?
And then go to LA or New York or whatever big, and we went to New York and we did our thing, whatever. But even like while we're on the road, Shane Gillis was like, "Oh, you're on an open mic tour, cool," and like it was fun talking shit with him. Shout out Shane Gillis, big fans, hire us, we can take a joke.
Shout in.
Shout in.
Like,
shout
like
in.
Hey, he's not the best guy in the world, but he was nice to us.
He was very nice to us.
He's the best guy in the world, but he's not the worst guy at any open mic I've ever been to.
Right, yeah.
Very true.
Literally anyone.
But I think what I am trying to get at, and I'm sorry I'm so jumbled, but if I were to go to LA or to New York City or a hub or whatever, and people kind of look at you like, okay, you're brand new here, and then I'm frustrated when I arrive there because I'm like, but you don't understand what I've sacrifice and what I've done and how far I've journeyed and the sacrifices that I've made in my personal life to be here.
That's like the big thing in stand-ups. Like every time you have to prove yourself over and over and over and over again.
And I don't like some of that. I think is okay. Like, you know.
I mean, yeah, it adds.
Like putting each.
It really shows how much drive you need
through our paces. Yeah. Like, some of that I think is okay. I don't mind the idea that we have to like sort of earn our respect in this field.
Like we know you're funny.
I'm not even really talking about myself. I'm not like Dave Chappelle. Give me some of the money to do comedy. Like I'm talking about like powerhouses of Detroit. I'm talking about like Josh Adams, Jeff Horst, fucking like Ron Taylor. Like I just think like there are people who like, you know, not to I don't know how much money anybody makes. But I just think there are people who are like really fucking good and really have done 10 years and like really are bringing in a lot of money for platforms and venues and could bring in even more than they are. And I just think like, I think every industry needs to redistribute the fucking wealth. Like,
it's mostly
you work at a grocery store, if the owner lives in a $9 million house and you make $12 an hour, that's fucked up. Like every industry needs to be sort of like decolonized and decapitalized in that way, but just specifically with comedy, I get a little bit like, you know, like everybody's like hashtag like fight for Dave Chappelle, like, and I'm glad that he got what he got, but it's like, we all like champion behind that, but like none of us are ever gonna quit our day jobs to be able to do what we love to do. You know, it's just like I wish they would champion us for once, the way that we champion them. That's
Which
all.
I do think that, you know, it's tough to be up there and then like give a handout to every single comic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's where I think it, you know, the line gets a little blurred because you can only help so many people. And I think that Dave and anybody else on that scale, like look at Bill Burr, like he created All Things Comedy, which like it's literally
It really is.
It's a universe
Doing
built
exactly
by
that.
it's,
Yeah.
it's
That's
the
true.
independent, but like on with a lot more money.
Right.
You know, so it's a network and a community and a universe built by comics for comics.
Right.
So I do think that they are doing what they can, and especially comics who get into movies and they start to like star in movies, they hire other comics
Like a lot, like
Yeah,
their
to
homies.
play
Like,
parts and da-da.
So what I really want is a food pantry just for comedians.
Yeah, which a co-op,
Just
if you will.
Throw
Comedian
me
co-op.
some
Comedian
cans of
co-op.
beans.
Wait, that'd
Please.
just be like cigarettes and like nasty
PBR.
Chef
Yeah,
Boyardee.
PBR.
Those little
Yeah.
gas station
my
meat
God.
sandwiches with just cheese and no bread.
Yeah.
And just like 4-day-old Little Caesars hot and ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I do also think that a lot of people in the industry would look at this conversation and be like, "No, it's a dog eat dog
Right.
world." And how are you going to get to the top? You have to almost let go of everyone you're holding hands with in order for you to really skyrocket up into the top.
It is scary.
If that's what success looks like for you, then by all means you might have to let go of some people. But
I guess just like who wants the industry to look like that?
exactly.
Right.
Who does it
But
benefit?
The industry.
Somebody's
that's
making a ton
the
of money.
Yeah.
Good response. The industry does.
Yeah.
And also, I feel where you're coming from. Like, for me, and I think anyone in this room, if we were to get there and get there and get there, I would not let go of your hands.
Right.
I don't care what
Fucking
you're doing for
ice
me.
climber up there,
if
bitch.
If the fucking club that I'm touring won't let Connor and Carolyn and Ellen open for me or be my feature or whatever, then sorry,
Right.
but they're coming with me, regardless of what job
I don't
I'm
know.
giving
John.
them.
That's
If
how
you
I
get
turned
an
away.
If you get a cool opportunity,
Right. Don't
I don't
get,
want you to
don't
turn
fuck it
down
over because
shit.
of me.
Yeah.
Cause
Well,
of
you
us.
know
You
what
work-
I
you
mean,
work hard as
though.
fuck.
No, but
Don't-
I'm not like
yeah.
no one expects to be like hold our hand the whole way, but like
Right.
yeah, shout out or something or
I will
Yeah.
say though, like I know we all shit on each other, and I know like we're hard on
I
ourselves,
haven't
but
taken a shit
I mean
on
I'm getting
Connie
a
in
little.
week.
You haven't taken a spaghetti on Connie in
I guess I'm getting a little teary-eyed just because I miss the community, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I never met a group of people like this in my life. Like this is
Me neither.
truly like
Yeah.
the first time in my life I
Yeah.
had friends, and like
Man.
Aw.
it like I'm like we all really have each other's back. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think you guys know
And
about
even
the
our
story.
community is
when-
better at that
Ellen
than
is
like
out
other
of
cities.
her chair.
I
Ellen
am.
is out of
She's
her
really-
chair.
Half a
You know,
glass
that's
of
the thing
champagne.
though, because like I've had like loved ones, like
Love
family
her.
and friends, like, and they come to comedy and then they see me talking to comedians off stage, and we're all like, "Where'd you get that fucking haircut? The fucking alley? You look like a piece of shit. Where did you buy that hair grease? Have you even showered in a week?" And like, and the people that like love me from outside of comedy are like,
Are you okay?
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
like, is
Punch
this
them
fun
and
for
I
you
will
guys?
call the police.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, how is this
No,
possibly
absolutely.
fun for you? And I've found it like nearly impossible to explain to
It's-
people
if you don't
that
have
I
that
actually
connection.
feel just like super genuinely seen and loved at comedy, and like we're not always ragging on each other. And there is a problem with sort of like put down humor or whatever culture, but like by and large, like the
Gen
way that we
Z.
all the way that we all feel about each other, like I don't know, yeah, it's people don't really see how much it impacts us, just like the community of people who think like you and love you like that and really want to see you thrive. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if I had a nickel for every like just shitty fucking white boy comic whose jokes I don't even like, but who I genuinely like want to see succeed.
Oh,
Like,
when you
Right.
just take them in and you hold them in your
Oh,
mouth so
no
much.
Yes, I pinch their cheeks and I tell them they're ugly, and I
yes.
just love it. Like I love
Yes.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
It's hard to describe.
It's and
I'm sorry. I don't want to. I just feel like
please go ahead.
no. You go. You go.
No, I
just-
want you to go.
The moments when people do have success in our community are the funnest times ever. Like
Yeah.
when Jeff Horst had his Comedy Central special, we all went to Zeke's Rock and Roll
Yup.
Barbecue.
Yeah,
fucking
that was a
watched
fun
it.
time.
I had
Or
only been
when-
doing comedy for like 3 weeks when I went to that show.
But
It was
it was
awesome.
you
I forgot.
felt like you were,
Yes.
and I, you know where I was before that? I went to a Judas Priest concert and I cried because I got a text from my boss and he was yelling at me, and I cried the whole concert. And my boyfriend's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you? Are you sure you even want to go to Jeff's thing now?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And then I went to
Yeah.
Jeff's thing, and I
It was like fixed.
and it was like I was with family, and it was great, and like. And then also, like, when Brad Wenzel, like, moved to L.A., we all went to Smalls and had, like, a huge
Right.
party, and he did, like,
Yep.
I don't
Right.
know, man. Like, when somebody gets success, we all feel it, and we're
Right.
so
Yeah.
happy for them. And, like,
Yeah.
we just get
Yes.
over the jealousy, and we're like, yeah, go do it. You're going to
It's
make
so
it.
cool
Like,
Yeah.
just to see
absolutely.
someone that like you. Like
Yeah.
we were just at a shitty fucking dive bar,
Yeah.
and now you're on fucking Conan or you're on fucking
Yeah.
Comedy
It's
Central, and
fucking
it's
thrilling.
dope.
Yeah.
It feels cool.
And I hear professional ass like fucking Madison Square Garden selling out fucking comedy or comedians talk just like this. And that's what makes me feel like, okay, this is something. Like
Yeah.
regardless if any of us fucking make it, find success, quote unquote. I'm doing air quotes for anybody just not watching, but whatever. And I always say the term, whatever success looks like for you, because it
Right.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Always,
Right.
Not
It's
everybody
different.
wants to be famous and sell at Madison Square Garden. Others
Right.
just want to do this, that, or the other thing, and that's perfectly fine too. But I don't know. I just think that
It's almost like college. Like we're taking the classes and we're learning and we're all
yeah.
learning together, and then there will be the day that we have to find where we go, and it's
Yeah.
sad because you like the thought of like leaving Detroit like breaks my heart,
yeah.
but it's also like so exciting,
Right.
like
Yeah.
oh, a new life but it's
And
also
it's
like when that day does come.
Also, realistically, a step we might have to take
Yeah.
if we want to keep going, because Detroit, unfortunately, is not known for its
Right,
stand-up
it's not a
comedy.
hub. It's a lot of times
You know?
avoided by
last
comedians.
Yeah.
January when I went out to LA, like, it was the coolest thing in the world. Me and my boyfriend, like a friend of ours, we went to the Comedy Store and we saw, like, an old Detroit comic walk by. And he's like, oh, you, like, we're like, hey. And, like, he didn't know us that well. So
Right.
he's, like, just kind of, like, saying, like, hey. And he was on his way out. But he's like, oh, everybody's over there.
And it's like a whole Detroit
A
crowd.
whole Detroit
Yeah.
circle
That-
right in front of the fucking Comedy Store. That was the
Yeah.
Right.
coolest thing in the world, to be
Yeah.
on the other side of the country. And I had my friends
Right,
there.
and you see a bunch of
Yeah.
old friends.
So
Like that's
fucking cool.
that's
No,
dope.
absolutely.
Man.
And I think it's a lot stronger in LA than it is New York when it comes to like
I-
that, like Ohio, Michigan.
LA is
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
Detroit. I don't
Yeah.
care what anyone says.
And that's
There's a Detroit
Yeah, and it
community.
only seems to be, or before COVID,
Oh,
seemed to be
yeah.
growing and growing and growing in that direction.
We'll
Yeah.
bring it back up because
They
all the
will.
celebrities left. They're in Texas.
They're
We're gonna
coming
take
back.
over LA.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
I can't wait to see a palm tree.
They're fine.
God help me.
They are fine.
I also do, just to wrap up
Currently
this
9 degrees
conversation a little bit.
outside.
Right. Fucking A. We were just smoking a cigarette in a snow blizzard.
Yeah.
Just to kind of wrap this up, or even just continue this conversation a little bit, but I do think that when I like meet a Connor Meade or a Carolyn Paul and now an Ellen, like I'm like, you see the parts of me that I have had to work really hard at making peace with. And also, like, I laugh at those parts of me, but a lot of my 9-to-5 friends or my college friends, like, they don't understand that, like,
Right.
I'm laughing at my pain, and they're just like,
Right.
oh,
don't
like,
say
no,
that.
it's fine. Like, it's okay. You're okay. And I'm
It's
like,
like,
Yeah.
we
bitch,
know.
I know
I
I'm
know
okay.
I'm
This is a
okay.
coping
I know I'm okay.
mechanism.
and it's funny.
And it's
to
more than
me.
that too.
We
It is.
talk
It's
about my
genuinely
armpit
funny.
pimple.
I think.
Yeah.
Let me talk about P. Diddy. But yeah, I do.
your pimple, P. Diddy.
I
Maintain
will
that.
die on this hill. I will die on this hill. But
Yeah,
yes,
I feel that though, and I've had
Yeah.
that. Like I've had that issue at stand up. Like I've had other comedians, usually like cis women comedians, come up to me like after shows and be like, "I loved your set, but you shouldn't talk negatively about yourself like that." And
You're not my life
I'm always
coach,
just kinda
bitch.
like, well,
Like,
eat a
I mean-
dick.
Yeah, I do that
I,
shit
like
too.
I
if
get
don't
it, I
apologize.
get it, but I also like, these are my flaws,
right.
and like
You can't tell me what I can and can't
Thank
talk about when it
you.
comes to my fucking self.
and then finding a way to also like bring people joy that also makes me feel more comfortable and seen. Like it's actually really
Exactly.
therapeutic for me to laugh about this stuff.
Exactly.
I mean,
And,
yeah,
like-
and everyone relates. It's relatable. No one thinks
Yeah.
they're fucking perfect.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
why can't you laugh at it? Why do you have to
When I
make it
first
a
started
serious
comedy,
thing?
My whole thing since I first started comedy is like what I want to do with comedy is like you're an asshole, but so am I. Like,
Yeah.
I want to call people out, and I want to drag myself through the same shit. Yeah.
Which is, throughout comedy history has been what works.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I am, again, bringing it back to new generations and not understanding what self-deprecation is about and what it's for. It's not to sit here and, like, for me, I don't genuinely feel bad. Because if I genuinely felt bad about those things, then I wouldn't be sharing them with other people.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You
I
do
guess
the
it's
work
It's
first.
a thin line. Like, I shouldn't say I don't. I do feel bad about that. But it's my way, again, coping mechanism of being like, but it's okay.
Right.
You know? And
Right.
I don't think I'm alone in this. And guess what? Turns out if I talk about it into a microphone, I learn that I'm not alone in this. So
You're
I
not.
think, like, bottom
We're
line is, like,
together.
do you have a punchline for it? Are there punchlines? Like, is
Right.
it funny? Is it funny?
Yeah.
Send it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Shoot her
'Cause-
out.
And
Yeah.
that's
Not that I've definitely said stuff into a mic before, and then, like, the next morning been like, oh, fuck, what did I say?
oh,
Facepalm.
You know,
absolutely.
like,
all
right.
the
I think
time.
Constantly.
We've all
That's
probably.
Constantly.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
hit or miss. Like that's what we
Yeah.
decided to do is just say stuff into things,
Right.
and
Yeah.
sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work,
Yeah.
and you grow from it and learn from it
Yep.
and make it funnier and get
Yep.
better.
You live, you learn. Sorry.
You laugh, you
Exactly.
love.
But hey,
Hopefully
we
you
are
grow.
not. I don't even know if we're allowed to talk like this or give this sort of advice because we are literally
babies.
waiting for the
Yeah,
bar
we're
open mics to
nobody.
open for
Yeah.
us to get
Right.
stage
Right.
time.
Because the clubs won't book us because we talk too much about our pussies.
That's right. We were very.
I
much-
don't even. I have one joke. God.
We were on our way to club work, and that's why it's so frustrating. But
Yeah, like I was.
that's okay. That's okay.
So
we
close.
will pick. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
again,
we're
this is-
here getting drunk, each
There is
other
part of me
mothering.
that's like, okay, we're talking above our pay grade. Like, here I'm talking about the comedy industry, and I'm like, I practically
I don't even know
not
who-
even a part of it. But also, like, this is our podcast, so fuck
But
Fuck it, we can talk about whatever we fucking
also,
want.
the difference between you and Beth Stelling, Nikki Glazer, Whitney Cummings, like whoever you want to name,
it. So
fucking.
they're all skinnier than me.
They're all more
Straight,
attractive and
Skinny
funnier.
and pretty and
and
straight.
I think about this often. The difference between me and the women that I idolize in this game is that they made it, quote unquote, again, whatever success looks like for you, but they made it and I didn't. But that doesn't mean that they don't feel what I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
We share
Yeah.
a lot of common ground of, hey, we're still scratching at the surface and we're
Because
still.
even while you're up there,
And
you
that's
still
the
have to
reason
keep
that
being
you love them
relevant.
so much. If they were out of touch, you wouldn't identify with them. You wouldn't you wouldn't
Right.
gravitate towards their work. Of course,
That's why
they
I
feel the
don't,
same
you know,
things,
I
yeah.
follow these talented, hilarious female comedians as opposed to following, you know, the Kardashians or whatever hip model is in right now or whatever. Like,
Is that from MTV?
Never heard of them.
I don't feel any sort of bond to them, but I do feel a bond when, you know, Nikki Glazer talks about being on the road for 15 years and
Right.
getting shit from this guy or that dude or that manager or
Yeah.
this, you know,
Yeah.
big wig or whatever.
Sure.
So,
We haven't even dealt with managers yet. Oh, can you imagine? I'm going to be such a diva.
no, we
I'm
are
not.
bitch.
I'm gonna let Johanna do it for me. I said that
We
again.
are independents through and through. We have an
Yeah.
independent comedy club.
I
We have an
never want-
independent
I want some
podcast.
Fucker tell me
I
what
will
to
put
do.
in the work. I will Tim J. Dillon this. I will Andrew Schultz this. I will fucking.
You can have
A woman who does it
15% of my
also.
$0 till you get me there.
I love being in the negatives.
My own personal Peruvian Karen.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
Were there a couple? Anything else we want to touch base on before we get out of here?
I think we should. Or, Carolyn?
No, I think I'm good.
We're good.
I am. I do want to say I'm really fucking pumped that McDonald's is bringing back High C because I fucking love High C from
Hey,
McDonald's.
You heard it here first.
The day that it went away, I got very upset.
How upset?
I didn't cry, but my voice got. You don't have High C? I guess I'll get a spray.
She hasn't said the words "Hi, see" for 10 years.
I
That's
see.
funny.
That's what they call me back in college because
Oh, I
I
was
smoked
just
so
gonna
much
say
weed.
Hi, see.
No, no
That's
one.
funny.
I didn't go to college.
But they did call her Hi, C.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
go to McDonald's as a child, so look at us.
you know how to go to fast food and
Everyone's
homeschool.
like, what is Hi, C? I hear you guys talking about it, but
No, we were allowed to go to Wednesdays. We were allowed to go to Wendy's every once in a a while, but we were only allowed to
Wendy's
either
has
get
a
chili
treat.
or a baked potato or a side salad.
That the most boring things. The chili's all right.
Yeah.
But
Wendy's is a treat the same way that saying the word faggot is a treat.
Exactly.
once
Got
in
it.
a while, a little special occasion.
Special occasions,
Throw it out
frosty
there.
or faggot. Got it.
You can have a you can
You can have one at a
can have a
time, but you
kid-sized
can't have a frosty
Frosty.
faggot.
And they both get served with spoons. All right, that is our show, you guys. If you've
Yeah.
made it this far, again, God bless you. We did a lot of
God
talking and a
bless.
lot of things. So,
Mhm.
fact checks, we'll save them for next time. There's
Yeah.
only 3 of them. We'll save them for
We
next
can just
time.
add
No
to
big
it,
deal.
yeah.
We'll add to
really
it.
good.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us in our Palentine's Day episode.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Dollar Pals.
Yes.
We love
Yeah,
you.
we
Happy
love you guys. We
Thank
Valentine's.
you
miss
for
you guys.
listening. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. All 3 of you.
Yeah,
Uh,
we love you.
I have
My mom,
been,
their
yeah,
mom,
my
their
mom and my other mom. and-
Our 3 mothers.
Yeah.
Each other's
That's
mothers.
why it's called
Each other's
audience.
mothers.
That's
is
why
our
it's called each
entire-
other's
The only
mothers.
people that listen are each other.
It's only our moms.
No, my mom hasn't listened yet.
Oh God,
Oh.
can't wait.
Can't wait.
I don't
So
think
she's
my
not
mom
allowed.
has
She's
either.
gonna be like, "You humped what? When did you get a hold of a tampon?"
Oh man.
All right. I have been Johanna Medranda. You can find me at AVRGJOH on all platforms. Follow Each Other's Mothers Pod on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. We are here just doing the thing with better lighting this time.
Oh yeah.
Connor Meade.
I'm Connor Meade. You can find me at Connor Median, ConnorMeadian, on Twitter and Instagram. And then check out craftswithcuties.com. If you go to that link, I have a show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. or have crafts. Next week I have Jimmy Doom.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. This will be aired after that. After that, I have EJ Watson.
Ooh.
That'll be fun.
You can find me on Instagram at Chuff Schmitz, ChuffSchmitz. If I get 5 new followers this week off of the podcast, let me know that you found me off the podcast. I will post for the first time in 18 months.
5? Only 5?
Hey.
It wouldn't take much. I have like 100 followers.
That's all it takes.
Wow.
Well, Connor and I are on it. Ooh,
Mhm.
great.
All right,
Ellen,
love
got
y'all.
anything to plug?
You butt.
Gotta get my bike back on. Well, no. Not really.
All
No.
that build up.
fine.
If you need
I'll be on the
anything
couch.
recorded in the recording world, please hire our girl Ellen. She is very good and she knows exactly what
But
she's doing.
give me 2 weeks to reply, because again, I've weaned off of Prozac and I'm not at 100. No.
Actually, if you have any Prozac you want to slide Ellen,
Yeah.
I
jump
need it.
jump
I
into
need
the
it.
email.
Give me some of that 40 milligrams.
On the
Okay.
next episode, we'll be boofing Prozac. Thank you for everything, y'all. Mwah.
Bye.
Shut up.